know what? The Chargers, he turned them in. We'll get to the Chargers in a moment. Congrats to them on a really nice season. Not the way they wanted to end, but I will tell you this. Houston looked much more, not exactly, but at least for the last 30 plus 4, 34 minutes, like the team in the first half, Booger, that went 5-1, that beat Buffalo, among others. Stroud looked much better. But complimentary football. The defense held them in it until the offense got a feel. And then the defense took charge with the DB Stingley, and they are fast. They close on the ball fast, and they did it today.
Especially playing in that building, that boom, inside on that turf. But this game all turned with C.J. Stroud because it was kind of ho-hum. Or is this the Texans that we've been seeing the latter part of the year? And then that play where the ball was snapped through his hands and he had to go out and make an improvisational play down the field, that play changed everything because we got the C.J. Stroud boom that we saw at Ohio State against Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. It was outstanding. He was accurate with the football, throwing the football down the field. He was running, using his legs to make plays. But this play right here changed the entire game, boom, because at this point, it wasn't going well, but then the momentum shifted and the Texans started to play ball. C.J. Stroud played his best football of the season at the most important time, and I think that's what you got to feel positive about if you're the Texans.
4 sacks, obviously 4 picks. That's huge. And now we go to the Chargers side. I mean, we have Houston next week. Yeah. They know that the next round they won't be home. They could have a home game if they win another one, but we haven't even seen Buffalo play yet. But they're going to go to the Kansas City or to. Well, we'll see where they go. They know the Baltimore won. They might go to Baltimore. They'll go to one of those 2 teams, okay? So to Kansas City or to Baltimore. We'll see. So we're not trying to compare a couple years ago when the Chargers led 27-0 against Jacksonville, and they were outscored 31-3, and they lost the game by 1. The fact is that they were up 6-0. Again, I'm just giving the facts. 32-6, they were outscored by Houston. So that's more. This is different.
It is.
They're much better.
Right, they are.
But that's once, and then it's twice. Where's that on?
Well, I think this time, boom, you got to look at the quarterback. When Harbaugh took the job, he said, my number one goal is to take pressure off the quarterback. And throughout the regular season, he did. Justin Herbert only threw 3 interceptions. They played complementary football, running the ball, controlling the line of scrimmage. He had 4 interceptions today. And so Jim Harbaugh has to ask himself a question. Why did my quarterback make throws that he hadn't made all season? Rolling right, throwing it 45 yards back across the field, throwing a pick, underthrowing balls near the end zone. Justin Herbert played his worst game of the season at the most inopportune time. And if you're Jim Harbaugh, you have to ask yourself that question, why did he do it? And yes, he did not have any help. There were receivers that dropped balls. They got to retool the receiver position. Quentin Johnston needs to become more consistent. Ladd McConkey was the one consistent thing that he had. But at the end of the day, the quarterback's got to play better. And I think everything with them stops and starts. The defense was really good. But at some point, the offense has to help the defense out.
Yeah, they do. And Houston, look, they move on. And they look like a team that can do some damage, albeit we'll see after tomorrow where they're going. They know that they're going to be on the road. Game balls, all right? We're speaking of Houston. We saw the DBs, but you're looking somewhere else?
And no doubt, Boom. For me, it's got to be the Houston front 4.
Okay.
They dominated the game, Boom. You talk about 14 pressures, 4 sacks that led to 4 interceptions. They made life miserable for Justin Herbert up and down the field, Boom. Danico Autry, Will Anderson, Danielle Hunt, it did not matter. They got after the quarterback. They dominated the Charger offensive line. And so D'Amico Ryans, I know he's going to smile because his defensive line, they dominated tonight.
Is there any question where the game ball is? I saw him Wednesday. He was great. I'd never met him. Maybe a handshake at a Pro Bowl. Derrick Henry with 186 yards to pace a 299-yard rushing day for the Ravens. He in December and January gets better. I don't know how he does it. He just turned 31, but it's just like in the fourth quarter, do I really want to tackle him and stop him? Yeah, you do.